I got the quote. What a long, strange trip it's been in Foreman's basement.
Yeah, we have made a lot of memories in that basement.
Too bad we can't remember any of them.
Welcome back to Point Place. 20 years later, and it's been a long and strange trip in Foreman's basement. And we're going to talk about it. I'm your host, Hyde. Welcome to Hide and Seek Media. Hello, all you beautiful and amazing people. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. The show is brought to you by the Hide and Seek Media Store. If you're like me and you like to spark a conversation or just make a statement without having to say too much, click the link down below. Check out all the cool merch I have to offer. And if you use code 1776, I'll give you 20% off your entire order. So, for the fans of That 70s Show, Netflix has finally given us the spinoff we've been waiting for. But was it as good as you anticipated? How did you feel about some characters not being brought back? And how did you feel about the returning members that did come back? What did you think about the overall show in general? All of these questions I'm going to try to answer and give you my opinions on what I think about That 90s Show from Netflix. That 90s Show brings us back to Point Place, back to Red and Kitty Foreman's basement, and what we hope to be a lot of the same kind of hijinks and trouble that the original group of kids got into, right?
They're gonna want snacks.
Don't feed them, Kitty. That's how it started the first time.
I am back, baby.
Son of a bitch.
So the series starts off, we get to see Red and Kitty, and it's great. Like, seeing them two characters back in play in that kitchen was nostalgic, and it brought me back to That 70s Show and all the great scenes that those two had together in that kitchen, right? And so right off the bat, they grab a hold of your emotions, and it's the summer, and Eric and Donna are on their way to visit for the 4th of July, and of course, now they have kids. It's 20 years later, and so this is where we enter the show, right? And so, of course, we get to see Eric and Donna come back, and we're introduced to their teenage daughter, Leia.
Yeah, Mom, I didn't even knock. Mom, you're motorboating me. Dad?
Son?
Hug? Now,
Hey, Grandma. Hey, Grandpa. Leia.
Now, of course, this is a play on Star Wars and Eric's love for the trilogy, right? Because this is like 1995 and the prequels haven't come out yet. So Eric is actually so enthralled with Star Wars that is his job.
Legend of Star Wars.
oh yeah.
This country's gonna lose the next war.
Not if it's an intergalactic battle between good and evil.
I won't give away too many spoilers. I want you to go check it out. But let's just say Star Wars is Eric's job, and I'll leave it at that. But we get to see Donna come back, and of course, Eric looks like he would, like Topher Grace, Eric's character, like he looks like you would expect him to look 20 years later. Let's just say that not all of the characters, when they came back with grace. Okay? Some of them had a rough go of it in this series. I'll say that. But Leia is then introduced to a group of friends and quickly bonds with one of them, and they become best friends, like really early on in the show.
Okay, kids, the basement is all yours.
Your grandma just hooked us up.
What is it?
Leia, do you want to hear about the Donkey Kong conspiracy?
He's a gorilla.
Interesting.
It's kind of like how Sheryl Crow isn't actually a crow.
And it's apparent that they're trying to drive that story really fast, right? They only have 10 episodes, right? So they have to push the narrative and hope that the show gets enough viewership that they can do season 2 and season 3, right? It was good. There were some really funny parts. There was one like really funny part. I want to say it was in the first episode, maybe the second episode, where the foot in the ass comes full circle. Let's just put it that way. And it was a brilliantly written part, and Eric delivers, Red delivers. It was perfect. I mean, it was perfect. I still chuckle whenever I think about it.
Listen, pal, in the space of one day, you've gotten pierced, you've gotten beer, and you've gotten extremely snippy. You've turned into someone that I don't even know anymore. So, no, you know what? You can forget it.
I knew you were gonna be like this. I'm not getting in that car tomorrow, and you can't make me.
Oh, you're getting in that car, or my foot is getting in your ass.
Oh, Eric.
I have never been prouder.
You had moments like that throughout the series where they grabbed you with nostalgia, right? Because they were using original cast members. And of course, there were some that didn't make the return. One in particular, and I won't mention them. You know, if you follow That 70s Show and The Ranch on Netflix, then you kind of know where I'm going with that. So we'll just leave it at that, right? One of the problems I did have with this was that most of the returning characters came back as themselves, but there was just one person who could not pull it off, man. And I really feel bad because I was really hoping that was going to work, but it just did not work for me. And that was Wilmer Valderrama as Fez.
Welcome back to Chess Fest. It's always an honor to have your hair in my chair.
His interpretation of Fez as an older man, somebody in his 30s, I would say now, right? 20 years later. So yeah, in their late 30s. It just, it didn't sit well with me. The whole concept of his character and where they led where they drove his character to was, I didn't feel it. And I didn't feel him in that role anymore. Like, it wasn't the same as it was in the original That 70s Show. Now, if you're watching this review, then you are already a fan of That 70s Show, and I really don't need to go into too much about that show. That was a brilliant sitcom.
This is so sad. It's like, what have we been doing with our lives?
Hey, Kelso, who's got stronger powers? I Dream of Jeannie or Samantha from Bewitched?
What if you didn't have to choose? What if you could be with both at the same time?
Is that legal?
Hey man, if you don't get caught, everything's legal.
This conversation is over. Yesterday, Samantha went back in time. That trumps anything Jeannie ever did. Oh yeah? Well, Jeannie can freeze time. So Samantha would go back and Jeannie could just freeze her there. Who kicked whose ass then?
Hey guys, we've been talking about this for a really, really long time.
And I never got to watch it when it was on TV. I first found it on DVD. Somebody had given me season 1 for Christmas one year, and I watched it and instantly fell in love and went and bought every freaking season I could on DVD whenever I could find it. And I now own every season of That 70s Show on DVD and still watch them to this day because I am that much of a fan. So when this show was announced that it was coming out, I was ecstatic. I was like, oh, yes, this is going to be great. And I have to say, I was kind of disappointed. I wasn't a fan of the way they constructed the group of friends. It just seemed forced. And it didn't seem natural, like a natural group of friends like you got in That 70s Show, right? Like, this just seemed like it was more forced.
I'm a pretty big deal in debate club. That's not up for debate. Yeah, I'm not popular.
Hey, new girl.
Leia, you should buy the tab.
Pause. This isn't gonna work. I'm pretty sure Osh Gosh Begosh here is gonna get carded.
Oh, look, Nick. Shooting star. Make a wish.
That's a firework, babe.
To me, and I'm I may be missing something, and you can let me know in the comments down below if I'm missing some dynamic or some point of view on that. But for me, it just felt forced, and it wasn't natural. It didn't feel like a natural group. Also, the acting, the actors from That 70s Show, even Mila Kunis, who was only like 14 at the time and hadn't really done a whole lot, a couple of commercials maybe, but even she was better. And those of you who are fans of That 70s Show will know that Jackie in the first season or two was kind of was kind of grating in a way, and you could kind of see she didn't have the experience that Topher Grace had, or that Laura Prepon had, right? So, or Prepon, right? Whatever. So you could see, but as the seasons progressed, she got to be really good. I just felt like the acting prowess of the new group of friends doesn't meet the acting prowess of the old group of friends, the original group of friends. For me, all the original characters, every time they were in a scene, they stole the scene.
I love having the house full again. It fills me with joy.
Why did you open our house to chaos again? All the dumbasses were gone.
And so I just felt like that was a mark that they missed in this show. I will say, as a fan, I liked the idea, and I was really hopeful that it was going to be something that we would see a couple of seasons of. But after watching this, I really don't think that we are going to see a season 3. We may see a season 2, but I think the viewership is going to be even lower than the viewership for this season was. And I would be surprised if it gets past season 3. I would. It's 50-50. There's a season 2. I'm giving it like less than 30% that there's a season 3. At the way they're going right now, they need to drastically change the direction of the story and up the acting chops of these people, because I really feel like they missed the mark on some of these characters. So all in all, That 90s Show gets a 6 out of 10 from me, because while I'm a huge fan of That 70s Show and I loved every second of that show, even the crappy seasons towards the end when Kelso leaves and Eric leaves, and you're basically left with Hyde and Jackie, Fez, and a couple of new characters, right? Donna, I think, stays for a little while, but in the end, all the main characters move on, and they tried to keep the show going, and it was decent. Not as good as the first 5 seasons. The first 5 seasons of That 70s Show were premiere. Those were, I think, the top best seasons of all time. And for me, season 2, episode 1, the garage sale, holy crap, that episode makes me crack up every single time. Every single time I watch it. It's great. That one and Eric's panties. That one's hilarious too. I don't remember what season that is. I want to say it's 3 or 4, midway. But yeah, that was a great episode too. Because Kelso and Fez in the hub, when Midge runs in, oh my God, that I cracked up so hard, right? And so, like, there were some of those moments, they tried to capture that magic in that 90s show, and there were a few moments like that where you laughed, but not like you got in that 70s show. And so I'm hoping if they do get a second season or possibly even a third, that they really amp up the writing and the acting, because while it was okay, I'm not loving it. But I'm going to leave it there. If you've made it all the way to the end of the video, I really do appreciate you making it this far. It means a lot that you've watched the video all the way to the end. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Smash that like button if you like this content. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video, the channel, and the topic. I love to engage with my viewers, so feel free to fire away. But if you want to help support this channel, the best thing you can do is hit that share button and share this video on all social media platforms. Those interactions will show the algorithm that this video needs more impressions, and that's how we grow. I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and I'll catch you later. Peace.